Handi Quilter educator from North Carolina, and I'd like to talk to you today about how to work with those not so perfect quilt tops. Sometimes we're going to have a little extra fabric in the borders. You've got all this extra fabric going on, and you've got to do something about that so you don't end up with tucks as you're quilting. So one of the ways that we can deal with that is to actually tighten up our sandwich on the rollers. So I'm going to tighten up the backing and tighten up the top. I'm going to kind of manipulate that a little bit, pat it down into place, tighten it up even further. We don't always want to stretch the fabric, but sometimes we need to do some of these things to get the fabric to behave the way we want it to behave. I like to use my glide foot, and I like to baste from the bottom up, especially when there's an extra fabric here that I have to control. So I think I've got it pretty nicely patted down here, so I'm going to start at the bottom. I've got my machine set for a nice basting stitch. I'll bring up that bobbin thread, and as I quilt up, I'm going to walk my fingers behind the needle and put a little downward pressure on that fabric. That puts some tension on the fabric, and it helps smooth things out in front of the needle. So you see how I'm walking my fingers, and I'm going to come back a little bit because not only is this quilt got a little extra fabric in it, it also is not perfectly square. So we can deal with that as well. So there we go. We got that nice and smooth, and it's ready to quilt the next throat space. I hope this tip helps you deal with those not so perfect quilts. Happy quilting.